Hi guys, my name is Keith Neurotis, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies. And I am here with Lazy Bones. Adam Manapoke.
Hey.
And Gilbert.
Hooty hoot hoot.
So first things first, how are we doing in this lovely day?
Doing pretty good. Just got a big headache though. Just like recently.
I just got back from class, and if I sound different, then I tried to get my mic down here, but things just didn't work out, and I'm hoping that it'll get better next time.
It sounds good. Your audio sounds pretty good though.
Yeah.
Well, it does actually. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I want to perfect it, or at least make sure I got a better setup. That's what I want. I want a better computer with a better setup.
Plus, I did have a fun week too, because I just went to the fair.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Was the fair as cool as the one in the Owl House season 1 episode, Really Small Problems?
You don't win Demon Head at your fair, do you, Keith?
That makes it worse. That makes it instantly worse.
Is there a fat pig named Tibbles that's like an annoying just nuisance or whatever?
Don't worry.
The silly piggy.
I did not get tricked into shrinking myself. Just to let you know that. But I did have a great time at the fair. I did. Oh, jeez.
Adam, how have you been? Sorry for
Yeah.
Good. Been good.
Speaking of Owl House, I think we should all get to the main topic. 2 of our favorite shows are coming back.
Though.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know how to. Sometimes things happen, just comes right at me, and I just don't know how to properly respond. Lots of people I know do, but I don't.
Yeah,
When I first saw the news, I wasn't sure what to think. It just kind of came out of nowhere, if I'm being honest. Just about one morning, I checked my phone. I was like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah, I just literally was about to plan on watching a movie in the nighttime before, then all of a sudden they've announced episode titles for new episodes on March 19th. I was like, what? I didn't want to believe it until the showrunners said
you're about to watch a movie that night.
It's so weird. One of my friends showed I think it's cable channel listings of new episodes, and one of my friends, he pointed out and said those things are legit. Though I'm like, whoa, are you serious?
What a twist. It was real all along. I think so many Owl House titles were leaked months ago, weren't they?
And it didn't take long for Matt Bradley and Dana Terrace to confirm it. Now I'm really happier than before.
Yeah, and then both were like, screw it. Screw Disney. Yes, this is real. This is what's happening.
Again, it's been leaked. We may as well just reveal it at this point. Which I'm not complaining. That gets me hyped, so
yeah.
I'm also not complaining about the fact that this time we're not going to get any trailers for both of the shows, because it's okay. I'll be okay for no trailers. I'll just dive in head first with no expectations.
Oh, we're not getting trailers for Owl House either.
How would you feel if either one of those shows just had their season renewal announced, but they just never came out? How would you feel about that? We just kind of had the most recent episodes at the time, just as the last episodes.
I think my life would be officially over at that point. I'd be in crippling depression for
I'll try to move on to new cartoons, because I've been recently into other good cartoons like Arcane, Kid Cosmic, Kipo.
You know a recent new cartoon I've watched?
What is it?
Go on.
Smiling Friends.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of that.
It's really funny. You should watch it if you haven't. I mean, I guess I should say you should. It kind of depends on your sense of humor. If you like shows like Robot Chicken or Rick and Morty, which are also Adult Swim shows, it's definitely kind of similar in terms of humor like that. I think it's hilarious, but I really enjoy it.
Before we start that, I also want to bring up the fact that with 2 shows coming back, it will be a 50-50 chance of having to be spoiled from one episode. I already mentioned it on the group chat that if you're thinking of watching either the Owl House or Amphibia first, there's a 50-50 chance to be spoiled of the other show, which makes it even more difficult to try to avoid spoilers.
Wow. Funny to say that, I just don't check Twitter. I just avoid Twitter altogether.
Yeah, I know, I just want to avoid it, but at the same time, I wanted to tweet about the moments of that show. So yeah.
I think I checked.
I usually just don't check my Twitter in the morning until I just watch the episodes, I guess.
All right.
I turn my notifications off, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only group that I have notifications, or at least I look at, on days they're airing, is the one I have with Bright and Bones. That's the only group I actually check, because I trust that they haven't watched it at that point, so I know they won't spoil it for me. Apart from that, big group chats, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to check these until I've watched it, just in case.
I probably might have to talk about that, the 2 uppers returning again, but this time on the group chat about the spoilers.
It kind of sucks, to be honest, that even though I'm very excited for both shows coming back, and it is kind of cool to see them both airing at the same time, I preferred when they were airing separately because it was less shows I had to watch at the same time,
Yeah, I actually had
it's good for you, Adam, because those are the shows you've been waiting months for. But
yeah, true. I think if I had to pick,
I've been waiting a long time for them too. But
True, yeah.
I did.
There's not much else.
You don't watch much else, yeah. So you can just watch them whenever you have plenty of time to watch them.
I know, but I said first. If I had 2 television sets at the same time, putting both shows on, so theoretically,
have one of them on the TV and the other one on the laptop or something, and just watch them at the same time. Just have them both on the same time and just looking at both of them at the same time.
And several people voted, and it landed on Owl House. The Owl House, I will watch first, and then Amphibia. When we left the last episode of The Owl House, Yesterday's Lie, which
very painful.
It's a bit heartbreaking in there. Painful, yeah, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Mine is frustrated because there's a bunk bed there, and now I have questions. There's a bunk bed in Luz's room, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Is this a sibling situation? Moving past
she has
that.
one now, if you think about it.
I guess some kids like getting a bunk bed, even if they don't have a sibling, but you never know.
True.
Where we left off is Luz is now in the middle of a
Time.
dilemma.
In the middle of a dilemma, with the mom not realizing that her daughter went to another dimension and stayed there voluntarily. Where do we go from there?
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing that I think that could possibly be one of the most focused aspects of season 2B potentially is the fact that Luz feels probably guilty that maybe she felt like she was pushing her mom away, from her because she felt betrayed, and so maybe Luz will feel that maybe she owes her mom more respect, and maybe that's what will convince Luz to return to the human realms even sooner or something like that. But that's just a theory.
Well, we are inches closer to figuring out what how Luz is feeling right now, because according to the episode that is coming out on March 19th, is Follies at the Coven Day Parade. In the aftermath of her trip home, Luz takes on a daring rescue mission during the Coven Day Parade. Hooray!
Ooh, I wonder who she's
I
rescuing.
remember that title was announced a year ago almost. I think that it was a rumor floating around that was the title of the first episode of season 2B. And Dana, I think, said that no, it's not. That's not the title of it. Now it is.
Is this kind of like with Gravity Falls that has Filford looking like he was the author? It turns out that was just a trick.
Yeah. Alex Hirsch really knows how to fool us off.
And, Dana and Alex, I think they're together, so, I can certainly see where they can get that trickery from.
They're hired to lie by Disney executives.
The rescue in question, I've seen lots of people thinking that it is Rain Whispers.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
curious about that one.
It sounds like a likely candidate for the supposed rescue. Unless there's a third party in there that they just throw in there.
What
Do
about...
you think that Rain is going to turn out to be like a, sort of like possessed by some kind of curse from Emperor Belos or something like that? Because that's what happened with Marcy and, Amphibia.
I wouldn't put it
Kiki
past
Mora was
Belos
the one
to
that
do
possessed
something.
Rain, so... I personally don't think it was Emperor Belos'
Because
doing.
the last we saw of Rain was like when he was getting captured by
They.
what's her name again? Kiki
They.
Mora.
They.
Oh,
They're non-binary. Remember that.
non-binary. You need
Oh, Kiki Mora. They're binary, non-binary.
No, Rain is non-binary.
Rain is.
Oh, no,
Rain
yeah,
is
you're right.
Rain is non-binary. We refer to Rain
Yeah.
as they or them. We gotta respect that.
I like that one line he said in the episode. Go without me. I can't stand an audience. That was a good line.
So yes, Rain is a likely candidate to be rescue.
Yeah, I've seen them being rescued.
But the Coven Day Parade. Oh yeah, it's getting ready for the big day for inches closer to unification as the Emperor wants.
I think I saw a roundtable video earlier predicting the episode, claiming it's most likely being a mirage of this episode where the scene shows a theatrical play that makes a mockery of the characters. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, for this parade. Would you?
Yeah, because it said
that
episode title is called Follies, which is like theater.
Oh, wait.
That's why it's called Follies?
This reminds me of Star versus the Forces of Evil. I can't believe I only forgot about that part.
And fun fact, Dana's favorite episode was the episode before the big finale of Avatar. So for Follies at the Coven Day Parade, we most likely going to see a scene where they'll show a theater making a mockery of the Owl House character and recapping...
And the Butterfly Follies and Star versus... I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that just came to my mind just now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the theater episode is my favorite from Avatar, but yeah, it's a good episode. Yeah, it's definitely made for more comedic purposes.
He kind of gives a brief summary of the overall show. You think?
Yeah, it's a really good recap episode, actually. I think what they were reacting to when they were watching the play that was portraying them as characters, I think what they were actually watching in reality was the Last Airbender movie.
Oh, don't even bring up.
That would be pretty funny in the Follies at the Coven Day Parade if they did something like that. Have some mockery of some of the characters, someone dressed up as Luz, and having some sort of dog as king or puppet.
Oh yeah,
Puppet the King or Hootie.
Oh yeah, that'd be very a Hootie puppet.
Oh yes, give them.
Hootie,
I want a
Hootie
puppy. I want a Hootie puppet now, please.
For Hootie, I can't do it.
You nearly went from Hootie to Kermit.
Hootie reporting for duty.
Yoda.
What is that?
I can't tell what.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying it's the definite plot of the Follies at the Coven Day Parade, but from what you're saying like Dana, she loves that love that Avatar episode, and judging from the Follies of there, I heard that in Star vs. Evil. So my best guess, my best prediction would be that they're gonna pull some sort of mockery play of our favorite characters.
Yes. Like that.
It'd be kind of fun if they did something kind of meta with the whole parade thing, like if they mocked Disney or something like that in like a sort of like a wink wink nudge nudge sort of way.
Mocking Disney is like always fun.
Be careful. The Simpsons made fun of Disney. Look what happened to them.
Did they
No, but
nearly
like
got
I think the
canceled?
Simpsons has made fun of Fox before, you know, in the show, like before they were bought out by Disney.
Next episode is supposed to come out March 26th. Elsewhere and Elsewhen. Yes, the synopsis. Luz is desperate for more information about Philip Wetterban, the creator of the portal door. With Lilith's help, she sets off on a journey for the ages. First off, it's kind of cool to see Lilith come back, especially after she goes back home, having a discussion with the mother and maybe the father. Hope to God he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Philip Wetterban, that's an interesting, elusive character. Of course, I think we can all know Philip Wetterban, Emperor Bellows. Agree or disagree?
I mean, that seems. I mean, obviously, that has to be. It has to have some kind of connection because, like, I mean, like, even though it would be a very obvious twist or whatever, like, you know, it probably has something to do with it.
We are when we talk about Philip Wetterban, I'm here. I think we forgot about brother.
The brother. I
yeah,
think
He had a brother, didn't he?
I don't want.
Yesterday's
He
lie.
as his brother or descendant of his brother.
Yes, in yesterday's lie, it is said that two brothers went to another dimension, seemingly with a witch. So that implies that both brothers went to the Boiling Isles. And judging from the state of the Emperor, it is possible he is either Philip or a brother.
Philip's
He's
brother.
Philip's brother.
I feel like my best choice could be Philip Wetterban's brother.
You think he pulled a scar on Philip like we did to Mufasa?
Oh God,
Long
I
name
don't
of the
know.
I
don't know.
Or he could always be just like they could just do like a Spaceballs kind of twist where like he says he's actually Philip's brother's sister's cousin's roommate.
That make us. But the title there, Elsewhere and Elsewhen, and it also mentions for the ages. So theoretically, do you think that they can either look into the past via crystal ball portal, or is it possible they can travel through time?
Yeah, just.
That would be cool though if they could actually go back in time.
You know, more like Christmas Carol style. You know, they go back in time, but they are not able to interact with anything.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense because like that's the thing with time travel in a lot of movies and TV shows is that the reason why it doesn't work a lot of the time is because it creates plot holes because like if they can just go back in time, they can just solve anything.
So,
but if they're able to go back and see the past, like, but not like be able to affect it at all,
yeah,
that would be cool.
No, I mean if they can
can
affect one thing in the past, will have a bigger effect in the future. Type of scenario. Though that's the scenario I see it when it comes to time traveling.
This happened in Harry Potter, right? Something like that. Harry Potter, so I'm not that familiar with it, but it sounds like, from what I'm thinking of, it really does sound like, looking into the past and see Tom Riddleson, what he did.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting that Tom Riddleson is Voldemort.
Yeah, there you go. So we could be looking at, again, this is not a definite things set in stone. Is more like an idea of what we could be looking at.
True.
The Follies at the Coven Day Parade we're possibly gonna see some mockery of the characters. Just judging from the title, Elsewhere and Elsewhen, looking into the past, or rather, going into the past, possibly.
And the third possible title
Yeah,
of
I
the
can see
episode
that.
being Any Sport in the Storm, but we don't know the synopsis for Any Sport in the Storm as of now. That's just a rumor, but hopefully it could be true. But we get to a later on date. But
There is something else that I just realized.
yeah,
Apparently, each episode of the season spells out a sentence.
and you're just noticing that now.
Yes,
I think your prediction. I think Keith, you predicted to me once what the title for season 2 would be. Seek the Key, Fear the King.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
you think that that could be it?
Is that it?
The-
Seek
oh
Yeah,
my God.
It is.
key. Oh, then that could be it. Seek the key.
Fear the King.
Keith, you're a genius.
Because
You're the
there's
king.
literally
Wait,
20.
you don't mean.
There's literally 21 letters. 21 episodes, so it's 21
21
letters. That's my
episodes.
prediction for now.
Coincidence?
No, it's probably.
I can't believe it. All this time, and I haven't think to look at the title episodes of their letters.
To be fair, I've never seen the show do it before. At least personally,
I'm sure there may have been some shows that done that.
probably has
but
been. Yeah, I've just never seen it
the most-
myself. That's all.
The most I've seen done that. The only thing I can remember doing that is Dead Space. That was just
Dead Space?
like the first game. Spell out all the letters. It says Nicole is dead.
Nicole is dead? Wait, what?
Nicole is dead in Dead Space.
Wait, is Nicole the character?
In Dead Space, yeah. She's Isaac's girlfriend, and turns out she died via suicide to get away from the monsters.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a remake of that game by EA pretty soon, so good luck with that. You think King might become a gigantic monster? Should this theory be true?
Oh, crud.
Oh yeah, that's actually an idea I had for like an episode, like all the way back before season 2 came out. It would be kind of cool to see like King be turned into the monster that that he thought he was at one point.
Well, with that said, you should get to the Amphibia episodes now.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Where did we leave off in Amphibia?
In
Something
Amphibia,
about,
where we left off,
Christmas.
is a very special, heartwarming Christmas episode, and thank goodness Matt Bradley spared us the tears, the emotions.
pain.
Like, I was
I know.
expecting...
He told us save our tears for another day.
All I remember is Rebecca Sugar singing about Christmas demons and a bucket of fried
chicken.
And Christmas is
Yeah,
already
that's
over,
good.
and yet there's a Twitter user just keep on using it. That moment of bucket of fried chicken really
yeah,
on a
A
daily.
daily bucket of fried chicken.
Ooh.
And
Rebecca Sugar is canonically a character in the Amphibia universe. Like, yeah, I can never get over that.
oh, you
Yes.
think Steven's there too?
I honestly wish Steven Universe could be in that episode and make it more exciting, though.
Hey, maybe he could just be passing by there. I mean, he is on a road trip. Who knows? Maybe he drove by San Francisco. We wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, we also left with Anne writing a letter to Marcy's parents and
Sasha's divorced parents.
mom and dad separately.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Which kind of gives us a closer idea of how Sasha came to be. Yeah?
What's also interesting for me to hear is that Matt said something about Escape to Amphibia was supposed to be the mid finale instead of Froggy Little
Yeah,
Christmas.
it was.
Speaking of which, the next episode that is supposed to come out on the same day as the Owl House, March 19th, Escape to Amphibia, as you said. It's one shot at getting the planters back to Amphibia, Anne and her parents must go up against Mr. X and the FBI.
Escape to Amphibia. That title harkens back to the title for Madagascar, Escape to Africa.
I knew
And
it.
there'll be an old lady who'll kick the crap out of Mr. X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, make it happen. Better yet, make it the same old lady that we saw on the Frog Temple episode that we met earlier, the 3rd season. I think it was at the Frog Temple episode.
Oh, was it a Thai temple? That one. I know that's not the name of the episode, but that's where they were.
Oh, yeah.
Temple Frog. Temple Frogs.
Yeah.
That's the episode. I couldn't think of what it was called.
Indiana Jones, the Temple of Frogs.
That would be this movie.
If there's anything
crossover,
that Indiana Jones hates more than snakes, it's frogs.
What a frog has done to him?
Well, apparently Mr. X doesn't mind frogs because apparently he actually kept the frogs that were at the movie theaters.
From his titular episode, yeah.
That's real nice of him. He actually kept them and keep them in the container and feeds them. You know, I didn't expect that from Mr. X. He's nice for a G-man.
Bad guy.
Or an anti-hero, if you will. I mean,
I still can't believe there's a cartoon out there where RuPaul worked for the FBI.
I would just prefer it as
That
an
is
anti-hero.
glorious.
RuPaul.
Mr. X makes me hate the FBI even more.
Oh,
Yeah.
please. The FBI has always been, there's always a history with the FBI.
With jumping into conclusions.
Does that imply that real RuPaul works for the FBI? You know, you never know. you just
RuPaul
don't
works for
know.
the FBI under the alias Mr. X.
Woo.
I mean,
Xbox.
yeah, you never know.
It's just like an
Whoa.
inside. It's just like an inside job that Jimmy Fallon is a sleeper agent. That's why he can't stop laughing.
This is Inside Job?
This is inside job.
Oh, I guess I gotta watch it now, 'cause that sounds pretty funny.
It is look.
I thought you were talking about real life then. I was getting really confused.
And according to one of the characters in the show, most conspiracy theories are just capitalism. Which would definitely explain a lot.
I knew it.
I knew it all along.
Cartoon theories are 100% valid, but not real life theories. They're just capitalism.
As for the planters going back up against Mr. X and the FBI, what's that girl's name? She had blue hair.
Terry?
What's her name again?
Terry. I have good memory. Terry.
Terry?
Terry.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it was. I remember now.
Yes, Terry. If they're trying to go back to Amphibia, Terry might be their best shot.
Yes. I mean, Terry
Well,
did...
like-
Yeah, I would have thought so.
They're likely to see her again to get them back home.
And maybe, I think I'm hopeful to see also Dr. Jan along with Ali and Jess to help them along with the plan too.
I mean, they're going to need someone to help build the portal and someone to, research it, so you never know.
Yeah.
But then again, Dr. Jen and Terry are the only persons who know that they're a frog, so no Ali and Jess then.
I'm particularly interested in how the next 10 episodes are going to go.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Instead of...
Is it 10 or is it 11?
11.
11? I think
Yeah.
11,
Might be 11.
probably.
I think there's 11 left of Owl House, and if they're going together, then I would assume there was 11 more of Amphibia as well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I forgot. I completely forgot that Amphibia and the Owl House are different, episode-wise, because while the Owl House it's about half an hour long, Amphibia there are a few half-an-hour episodes, and others they are
Play into 11-minute segments.
So Escape to Amphibia.
I mean, it's more 20 minutes. They're about 20
22
minutes, half an
minutes,
hour, but I know what you mean.
Okay, well, the escape to Amphibia will be like 22 minutes long. That is the long episode. Then after that, we get to episode 11A, Commander Ann.
Yeah, my only prediction for Escape to Amphibia is that their mission of bringing the planters home along would be successful. The thing is that Anne
Otherwise,
also is
they
going to
wouldn't
get
give
them
his
into
title,
going to
so-
be in the portal too. The mission would be successful,
I was
and they'll be
thinking that
back
these
to
titles
Wartwood.
basically confirm that they get home safely. That pretty much confirms it, basically, with the titles, which is
I
nice.
think the parents will be trapped in there too with them.
Oh, that's a good prediction.
Yeah, think about it. They tried to go there, and then the parents not wanting to leave Anne again. They probably tried to go with her, and now they're trapped in there too until they figure out how to get back.
Oh,
That'd be interesting.
That'll
That'd be
be a
interesting.
really interesting episode now.
All right, moving on. Now that you heard my thoughts, we heard a few other thoughts here too. Our prediction: they managed to get back home with Terry's help, but the parents might be trapped with Anne and the planters too in Amphibia.
Now it's their turn to experience life in Amphibia.
Next episode, Commander Anne. Anne is made a leader of the Wartwood Resistance, even though she's not good at the job.
I'm gonna kind of miss the Earth setting because I like that actually for a little bit.
Well, honestly, throughout season 3, I
It's
kind
nice
of
for like
missed
a
the
change.
Wartwood. I really miss Wartwood a lot. And so for to see Commander Anne being,
I think I preferred.
it
I like
makes me
the
feel
Earth
so
setting. I probably
excited to
prefer
see
the
the
Amphibia
Wartwood
setting.
residents.
You know, it's kind of ironic because usually the Earth setting is supposed to be more boring than the fantasy world, but I kind of like the Earth setting they have a bit more than the Wartwood setting actually.
Maybe because in other places on Earth that we've been to, it's just not exactly what you call exciting. Like, you go to, like, the Owl House, for example. You visit Luz's home, and it's just another boring town with two missing pounders.
That's true.
And a dirty old house.
Anne lives in freaking Los Angeles. Lucky her.
Anne lives in Los Angeles. We also say Star and Marco, because apparently they also live in California. It's just a regular town, a regular city. It's not much.
Because they're probably based on like the settings that the creators lived in when they were growing up.
Yeah, so
They're like Matt Braley and Darren Nefsey, who created Star Versus.
So for Anne, out of everyone we've seen, other than from the other one we've seen, she's got like a pretty cool home.
Yeah, there's even like a point where they went to like the there was that one episode for Sprig's birthday where they went to the Griffith Observatory.
Really?
So that was cool. You okay?
For Commander Anne, she is not good. Anne is not good at being a leader. I have a few notes on that.
Speaking of Wartwood, you know I just now realized? You remember Turning Point? I feel like Anne will most likely going to meet up with Sasha on that episode.
Oh,
Yes! Because Sasha and Captain Grime are
Yeah.
still in Wartwood.
He's in Wartwood, yeah.
Yes! Oh my god,
That's
now I feel even
interesting.
more happy to see
That's
this
gonna be-
episode. This
That's gonna be a really
Be
cool
careful
episode now.
there. Be careful there, because you know what they say: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me."
Are they both gonna try to rescue Marcy?
Ooh, it will be very.
hopefully
Eventually,
they
I
might just...
will probably, yeah.
Hopefully Sasha would apologize for real. Like,
I mean,
really
she-
mean it.
You
Mean it for heart.
apologized
Huh?
when no one was around.
Everyone,
Yeah, 'cause
like all three of us
Jenny-
friends, despite being best
never,
friends, they all betrayed each other.
Wait, hang on there. When you say they betray each other, like both Sasha and Marcy lied to Anne, and
They did, yeah.
And it's just
I was going to say
very
that the only one of the three who didn't really betray anyone was Anne. That's the only one who
That's
didn't
true.
betray
Yeah,
anyone.
you're right about that.
like Sasha.
Anne's the only good friend.
Sasha, she manipulated
Pretty
Anne. If she manipulated Anne when they were like this recently, and God knows what she was doing throughout their entire lives since they were kids. Always getting what she wants, kind of bullies her way in. But Marcy, she's not as bad as Sasha, but she lets the bullying slide. She lets the intimidation slide. And even if she didn't exactly believe that they would go to another world, she did it anyway. And then do everything she can to keep them in Amphibia. Even willing to make sure Anne doesn't go home to her family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see it more of a way like toxic friendship between the trio. I remember a YouTube video saying, though the photo shows 3 of the girls, mentally, it just split up. They went off their separate ways. Like, they reunited in the shortest period of time on season 2B, only for them to split up once more. Yeah.
I think it would have been appropriate for Anne to say, "You are tearing me apart, Marcy." Okay.
Anyway, I see the other two getting. I do think the other two are going to get like at least somewhat redeemed by the end of the series. Personally, at least I hope so.
I know. Somehow, I'm picturing Marcy in a wheelchair. That's how I'm picturing.
Oh.
Not for life, just.
I mean, maybe. I feel like just as it's more likely than the whole Anne losing an arm, Sasha losing an eye thing. But I don't see that. I don't know if actually. I still don't.
That already happened in Adventure Time.
The rumors were dying down. I'm fearing for the worst because those rumors were dying down. Like, do you remember?
I don't see it happening personally, but it could.
I most likely see Marcy in a wheelchair than people losing a limb.
Yeah, that'd be kind of screwed up for a Disney show.
I don't personally see any of them happening, but I guess it's possible.
I mean, if one of the characters is able to get stabbed, you never know.
What else can Matt get away with?
So what do you guys? So for Commander and we most likely see Anne reuniting with Sasha. Assuming she's still there, if not trying to round up some other frogs for the rebellion. Like a typical montage of learning how to be a leader. But it will be something to see, depending if Sasha is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Next episode, the last as listed, Sprivy.
I feel like the Sprivy, and please forgive me if I say it, I feel like the Sprivy be more of a filter, although Matt probably would not say filter.
It's really like a
filter type of...
Synopsis. Big and Ivy devise a scheme to be together.
Ooh, another ship episode.
Yeah.
Damn, I wanted it to be a different ship, but okay.
I have my own personal viewpoints on some of these characters, but honestly, in the first season, I honestly thought Sprig was not to say it was going to be like the end game and all that, but I thought for the most part it's going to be with that what's that girl's name? The one with the blue skin.
Maddie.
Oh, Maddie.
Maddie.
I know my Warwick characters.
I only thought he was going to be with Maddie. Not because they have chemistry, but because of the deal they made with the baker. We need some of your bread. All right.
You have to marry my daughter.
That deal was already called off. Like, way
I know. It's been called off for quite some time. But honestly, I thought it was hilarious looking at Maddie with the Sprig doll and a stick. I Sprig stabs the doll. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll learn to love each other.
Shipping is weird, man. I like shipping. I mean, I don't ship in this show as much. But when I do ship in this show, I realised I can't pick. So, I made an interesting decision. Because I can't pick between Sashan, and Marsan, so I said, screw it, all 3 at once.
Just a personal viewpoint. I know. A personal view. Okay, now I don't want to
Yeah,
delve
it's
into this whole
adorable.
ship
It's
thing.
adorable.
Okay, I want this whole conversation to be that way. But I don't know. I just see a lot of toxicity within their relationship, and I just hope things will get better for them.
Yeah, I don't really think there should be any ships in the show, but that's just my personal opinion. But luckily for those who still want to see Sasha with Anne or vice versa, that's why fan fiction exists.
Exactly.
Moving that aside, what's the deal with Sprig and Ivy devising a scheme to be together? What's that? What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah,
Why can't
what's
they?
preventing them from being
Like,
together?
Is there some sort of barrier? Like, this is all assuming that they are in Amphibia.
What should they refer? I mean,
what's
wondering.
stopping them from?
Because weren't the adults trying to get them to be together when they first, I distinctly remember an episode with Ivy's mum and Hot Pot trying to get them together. I distinctly remember that being an episode.
Yeah, I do
Yes,
too.
it was.
Yeah, so what's up with this? So what's up with this then?
So now they're actively trying to be together?
Here's my guess. Planters has been on Earth for possibly months now. We seen them all the way till Christmas, so months most likely has passed. So it is. So likely, in Sasha's, she's been in there for quite some time too, ever since Turning Point. So we will.
Oh, Turning Point, yeah.
So things are likely to change, or what's happening in Wartwood. There's a possibility that someone else is trying to get Ivy, or they don't know what happened to the Planters, and they kind of
like a love triangle.
Well, love triangle is not exactly what I'm thinking of, but
I couldn't think of a better word. Sorry, yeah.
Along that line, so that could be a likely conflict of why see him trying to devise a plan to get together. So there's obviously some sort of conflict since months has passed.
I think.
Yeah, no,
I think the only reason I thought love triangle
You're right.
someone else with Ivy.
You are right. You are right to say that.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't know the proper way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, poor Sprig, my poor man.
It's all a prediction.
Look how they massacred my Sprig.
I mean, Maddie was the one who made all those Sprig-shaped bread and then burned them in the oven, so,
Yo, Sprig-shaped bread, though. They should sell that.
I should rewatch some of the Owl House Season 2 and Amphibia Season 2 before they both return. As a sort of as a rewind on what happened before.
That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at when it comes to this.
Recap, I should say. Sorry.
This is what we're looking at for both the Owl House and Amphibia. 2 episodes are coming out next month. You've all heard our prediction and theories of what the episodes will be about. At least I did.
We all have our predictions on what we think will happen.
Yeah.
And there's at least a 99.9% chance they won't come true, but, we could always just, insert whatever we think should happen next in our heads and just not watch the episodes.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yes, although, as Luce once said to King, let me introduce you to the world of fan fiction.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just maybe if it doesn't happen in the show, fanfic it.
I was honestly thinking about instead of the podcast on Tuesdays with those 2 shows, I would want to talk about each show and the episode it aired on Saturday. Just have a very long podcast recording session.
Discussion.
Starting with the Owl House
Being on the
first.
Saturday when they come out.
Huh?
That sounds fine. We normally do meetings about them after they came out on Saturdays, so it's just basically that, but we speak on Discord instead.
Yeah.
That sounds fine with me.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happens right now with your class and stuff, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. I think I might be away during then, but I'll see what I can do, because I think I'm going to be on vacation then, but hopefully there'll be an hour or 2 where I can just chat about it with you both, with everyone. We all three of us now, all four of us now. What am I thinking? I can't count today.
Yeah.
I can't count any
And
day,
hopefully
it's
it's
alright.
not just gonna be all four of us. Hopefully there'll be just more people coming. Like it happened
Hopefully,
before.
That's true.
Yeah. So with that said, thank you guys for being in another LASM meeting. As of now, I'm still doing some editing, and I also have schoolwork to do that needs to be done. Life is a struggle, man. Like, it's a complete struggle. But hopefully,
Struggle is
by
real.
the time
This is
March...
Club Last from behind the scenes.
Yeah, but hopefully when March 19th come around, it'll be a complete 180 with those two shows returning. Don't forget
Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. Sorry.
And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to this channel and click on notification bell so that way you'll stay updated on another animated content. And with that said, I bid you peace. Bye. Say bye,
Bye.
everyone.
See ya.
All right.
Bye. So long, everyone. See ya.
All right.